pegged at $880 at the State House outlet and $900 at any other outlet. Kenny Life Family Farms wishes everyone a happy Christmas. The Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Dr. Njogu Ba, on Friday received in his office Khalifa General Sheikh Ahmed Tijan Ibrahim Niass. The delegation was at State House to congratulate President Jammeh on his recent re-election and offer their condolences on the demise of the head of state's mother-in-law. Aissatou Mane covered both programs, and she reports Dr. Njogu El Ba later presided over the presentation of Christmas gifts to the Christian community on behalf of Professor Jammeh.
Ibrahim Niass, the venerated leader of the Nyasen, headed a powerful delegation into the office of the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service. The visit, according to Imam Ratib of Banjul, is based on the Caliph's desire to meet with the Gambian leader to express his gratitude to him and his government. Imam Chornoka explained that a strong relationship exists between Senegal and Gambia, who are one people separated by border lines. He prayed for the well-being of President Jammeh and his entire government. Dr. Job, who is part of the delegation from Senegal, commiserated with President Jammeh on the demise of his mother-in-law and also used the opportunity to congratulate him on the recent landslide election victory. The Caliph General expressed delight at being in the Gambia and commended people for the warm welcome accorded to him. Sheikh Ahmad Tijan Ibrahim Niass described President Jammeh as a religious man who strives to preserve the teachings of Islam and loves peace. He described the ties between Banjul and Dakar as cordial and smooth and prayed for the country and her leader for prosperity, progress and peace. The Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service extended President Jammeh's greetings to the Caliph and delegation and harped on the crucial role played by religious leaders in society. Dr. Njogu Ba described President Jammeh as a man whose sole interest is the welfare of his people, and his love for Islam and peace is known far and wide. He urged the Sheikh to pray for the country and its leader for peace and stability. The delegation later presented gifts to the President through the Secretary General. In a separate engagement, the Secretary General has also presided over the annual gift to the Christian community by President Jammeh, attended by government officials and Grts Director General. The Minister of Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly Matters, Lamin Kababado, revealed the gift.
It's a consignment of turkey meat as we approach the feast of Christmas and the New Year. This yet another manifestation of His Excellency's recognition of his leadership of the two very important religious denominations in this country.
Minister Baja said the Gambia is one country where Muslims and Christians live in harmony, peace and love, and the Gambian leader treats all alike and the same. Bishop Peter Stevens expressed thanks to the President for his magnanimous gesture, saying all religions are treated equally at all times.
Let me say to the President, through the ministers, our thanks for this generous gift and a recognition that on other occasions during the year he has remembered the Christian community as he remembers the Muslim community. May this country long continue to be an example of that peace and harmony, that mutual care and affection that we see.
The annual gesture, according to these officials, is a manifestation of the Gambian leaders' commitment to making sure that all religions are equal, thus making the Gambia a model for the rest of the world. For Grts News, I am Aissatou Mane.
The decision by the ECOWAS Commission President not to send a team of election observers when the Gambia went to the polls to elect a president on November 24th, and the premature declaration that the race was not going to be free and fair was the subject of an extraordinary session at the ECOWAS Parliament in Abuja, Nigeria. The issue was raised in a motion laid by the delegation of Gambian lawmakers who recently returned from Abuja. Famara Fofana was at the National Assembly when the Gambian legislators explained how things fared in Nigeria to their fellow National Assembly members, and this is his report.
Integration, to avoid this crumble and problems in the sub-region, to bring about amicability. So even with that, it is unethical for somebody to preempt a situation openly before the act.
The reaction of Gambian lawmakers to the tabling of the motion on the ECOWAS President's decision not to dispatch a team of election observers to Banjul at the extraordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament between the 5th and 14th of December was no different from the one they earlier dealt with at the National Assembly. Honorable Paul Mendy of Combo South was the head of the parliamentary delegation that visited Abuja to present their case. He informed his colleagues that the matter has now been referred to the Standing Committee on Political Affairs, Peace and Security for more fact-finding and subsequent deliberations with a view to finally resolving the matter.
The Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security undertook to provide all relevant information and documentation leading to the position taken by the ECOWAS President on the Gambia's presidential pools. The committee convened on Tuesday, the 13th day of December 2011, and the said commissioner was in attendance. After the usual formalities, the chairperson of the committee invited the commissioner to brief the committee. However, to everybody's surprise, the commissioner submitted as follows. 1A, that he could not get the relevant documentation pertaining to the matter because those who have access were out of the country with the president of the ECOWAS Commission.
His explanations set the tone for what could be described as an outright condemnation of James Victor Beho, ECOWAS Commission President, by lawmakers. While some of them commended the extraordinary session for its handling of the matter, NAMs were equally hopeful that justice will prevail at the end of the day.
Yes, I don't doubt the integrity and the maturity of our members of Parliament at ECOWAS. But nonetheless, I would like them to look properly into all possible avenues where these people can get a scapegoat to put our case very strongly at the ECOWAS Parliament.
So referring this matter again to extraordinary session for the regional parliament, ECOWAS, to hear from the commission and both sides in which they will be able to do their fair judgment, I think it's a move in the right direction.
Members get the gist of what actually transpired because they see it not as a Gambian thing, but as a thing that is like a precedent that can happen to any of the member states. They see it as an affront to democracy and good governance. They see it as something that can precipitate violence in a country.
Envious of the development taking place in this country. And we will never allow anybody to derail what's happening in this country. Democracy is a process, and elections are events. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, what took place in the Gambia November 24th was very clear.
National Assembly members did not only consider the issue at hand as a matter of great importance to the state, they equally thanked the citizenry for their political maturity in the wake of Mr. Beho's pronouncement that the election was not going to be free and fair. The majority leader, for his part, asked his colleagues not to preempt the outcome of the findings at the level of the ECOWAS and expressed confidence that those who are making their case at the sub-regional parliament have what it takes to defend them. And as lawmakers look forward to May 2012, when the next extraordinary session shall be convened for the matter to be discussed, they have issued a strong message to the sub-regional economic bloc that it must remain an entity that will promote peace building and integration for the good of its people. And even May next year finds Victor Beho's term as ECOWAS Commission expired, the Honorable Seluba said they could explore possibilities by which he can be invited to the Gambian Parliament to answer to them. Famara Fofana, GRCS.
A group of former students of Armitage Senior Secondary School, which is one of the oldest in the country, is about to roll out a new scheme aimed at restoring the 84-year-old school's lost glory. One of those who have taken it upon themselves to give Armitage a new lease of life is Fakuru Silla. Earlier, he sat down with GRTS's Modu Lamin Cisse to discuss the inauguration of the Armitage Senior